Hey guys, welcome to a new video on this channel, Chalo Gaming. Today I will be showing you some replays and giving you tips and tricks on how it is possible to beat Royal Giant decks with 2.6 Hog Rider. In these replays, both Royal Giant players are actually have a level 13 Royal Giant, so it is a very good example of how you should play it. And even though they are not the most popular decks of Royal Giant, you should be able to know how to play most of the decks that people use, because the difficult thing is how to counter properly and how to shut down every royal giant that comes through the river. So we're just gonna test out what he does to defend our Hog Rider, as we always do in every matchup, and we can see that its main defense against our Hog Rider is gonna be Skarmy, and he also has Goblin Barrel, which means that it is a kind of log bait Royal Giant. So what you want to do here, you can see with the first Royal Giant, he still gets a hit off, but the main defense you have is you place your Musketeer, your cannon, and always place either the Skellies or the Ice Spirits. If you're up on Elixir and you just don't want to get any hits, you can place the Skellies and the Ice Spirit, but with one of those it's okay. You can even defend with a cannon, Skellies, and Ice Spirit if the Royal Giant is the same level as your cards. But another important thing is that you just want to keep pushing, and in this case against a Skarmy, you want to save your Fireball. You want to use your log when playing against when trying to get a hog through, and then you want to use your Fireball when trying to defend their Goblin Barrel. But see, here we use Cannon, Skellies, and Ice Spirit, and the Royal Giant still only manages to get one hit on our tower for one positive elixir trade, and then we use the Fireball on the Goblin Barrel, which completely shuts it down. So it's a viable option, as we then have the log to help out our Hog Rider with the Skarmy. Here we send a Hog Rider and we send in a prediction log, but it's a bit late. Still, the Hog manages to connect, and it takes two hits on the tower, but now we have to Fireball the Goblin Barrel, so always remember to keep your elixir flowing, so that you have the elixir for that Fireball to take down the Goblin Barrel. Here we're gonna again drop the Skellies, the Ice Spirit, and the Cannon, but the Inferno Dragon allows the Royal Giant to actually move on past the cannon and get two hits, which is not that much, but it can add up through time. That's why you don't really want to get into overtime against Royal Giant players, and you want to have some solid defenses. So here we're just going to log him back, and now watch how the tower is Fireball range. So we're just going to keep a cannon to keep the Royal Giant entertained, and then the log we used it to knock him back and to get a bit of chip damage, so that the tower could enter Fireball range, and then we're just able to Fireball the tower away. And now in this one, instead of being a kind of log bait, he also has the Miner, and instead of a Skarmy, he has Barbarians to shut down our Hog. So against the Witch, you always want to start with your Musketeer in the back, and Ice Golem is great for defending it. As you know, the Ice Golem's death damage actually kills Skellies if they are the same level. So if they were the same level, it would be great. And now here again, you place the Skellies, the Ice Spirit, and the Cannon, and the Royal Giant should only get around one hit, or maybe none. And then you just want to save up your elixir. Here I'm not playing anything. I could have supported the Musketeer with a Hog Rider, but since I don't know what he has to counter my Hog, I prefer to place it alone when I get to 10 elixir. And now I finally see that he has Barbarian Army, so I decide to Fireball it and the tower, because it gives me good value, and the Goblin and the Spear Goblins. And then the tower will take care of the Barbarians by herself. He also has Giant Skeleton, which I didn't know at this point. The way you want to defend the Giant Skeleton is kind of very similar to how we defend Royal Giant. You will see that with this deck, most of the defenses you do are very similar. You place the Musketeer on one side, the Cannon on the other, and the Ice Golem and Ice Spirit to just distract the units. and if you just practice with this deck, you will get really good with it, and you'll be able to just beat every single deck with it. And see, we just managed to shut down this push very easily using the same defense as we use against the Royal Giant, and now we've cycled back to a Musketeer, so we're able to defend against the Royal Giant again. So in this case, we decided to go for another Hog Rider, which is very good because he has just used his Royal Giant, which means that he doesn't have as much elixir. And we don't fireball the Barbarians. We decide to just concentrate on bunching up our units. And when the Barbarians are about to cross the river, we fireball them just in case he wanted to support it with another unit, such as a Giant Skeleton. And it actually works out perfectly, as he placed a Witch right in the mix with the Barbarians, so we're able to fireball her as well. And the Royal Giant only manages to get one hit. Here we drop a Hog Rider and another Musketeer to defend the Miner so that it doesn't get as much chip damage, and now he's forced to defend the double Musketeer that's coming in on the left hand side, and he does with the Royal Giant. So what we want to do is take out the Spear Goblins so that our Musketeer is still alive and can damage the Royal Giant, and then in this scenario he doesn't even manage to get 2 shots off against the cannon. So we can actually use the cannon to take care of the Giant Skeleton on the other lane. We're just gonna push it away with our Hog Rider. We're gonna try and kite it, and you can see as he's just spent 5 elixir on the Witch on the left hand side, he doesn't have enough to spend for the Barbarians, which leaves our Hog Rider to get many hits, and then we can finish the match off with a Fireball. So you just be very aggressive. Always do the same placements: Musketeer on one side, Cannon on the other, Skellies and Ice Spirit, or just take out the Musketeer of the equation. Don't panic and don't overcommit elixir, because you'll need it against the Royal Giant. And that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you actually learned something from it. If you want to see more content like this, please leave a like button, click the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next time. Thank you for watching. Relationships are never meant to last.